James, he said that he's disappointed that you ran into a track athlete more.
Mate, I was making him miss. He was missing. He was swinging. I was showing him levels. Mate, it's like I was there before. It's levels to boxing, and Porky Medina is the tough, strong fighter. Come on, let's be real. I show him level. Let's be real. I literally was making him go in the ropes. Then it was uppercut. How many uppercuts I with? Screw shots, front hand, back hand. Mate, but he's a very, very strong fighter. But that's about his limit. Come on, let's be real.
You shocked that he was able to take shots?
I was very shocked because I've watched his previous fights and the guy ain't like that. And he took some. Obviously, he's had a good camp. He's been up to Big Bear. Been sparring Golovkin. But he surprised me a little bit. But tell me what it looked like. Tell me what the fight looked like to you.
You want him to talk into the mic.
Yeah,
Use the mic,
like?
James. Use the mic.
Oh, sorry.
James, I'll tell you what it looked like.
Come.
It looked like a very tough street fighter against a classy boxer.
There you go. That's it. That's
what it looked like. And where I'm from, there's a lot of tough guys, but there's not very many classy boxers.
I like that, brother. Thank you. And that's exactly what it was. It's a masterclass. Porky's tough. You're tough. It's levels. All over the head, though. Just to make it entertaining. Come on, entertaining. Just to make it entertaining. That's on a serious note. Sit on the road of laying, sticking my tongue out, making it miss. I'm gonna have to watch it back, but come on, I was making it just entertaining. I could have easily. It's talking about being a track runner. I could have easily made that boring and run and box his head off for 12 rounds. I made that exciting for you, though. But that's what I'm about. Look at my last 5 performances. Brandon Gonzalez, Perryman, Durrell. So I'm just reading off my last 5 fights. I'm going in. Sorry.
Miren su rostro, miren el mío y ustedes juzguen.
I was translating to him what James was saying, that he was giving him a boxing lesson, whatever, and he raised his hand and he told me he wanted to say something, and he just said, look at his face and look at my face, and you judge the fight yourself.
James, what's your reaction to the crowd's reaction at the end of the fight?
That's cool.
When they showed you on
Floyd
video.
Mayweather gets booed. That's cool. I can deal with that. I'm the champ.
You don't take that personally?
That's it. No way. No way. My fan base is building nicely. I'm in entertaining fights. Always in entertaining fights. I can make these fights easier. But I'm always in entertaining fights. And I'm boxing the best. I'm willing to box the best.
You want your next fight in the UK?
I would like it to be in the UK. I want Eddie and Leonard and Mayweather to sort it out. It can happen. It would generate money. It'd be massive. It'd be a sellout one time. And
you said you'd like to fight in Vegas.
I want to fight in Vegas, mate. If you look and pay me, it's not a problem. I'm easy with that. I love boxing in America. It feels like it's become my second home. It's great, but I need my homecoming.
James, Porky just said he'll fight you in England.
Porky's terrible. I've just battered him. I've just beat him. I just battered him. He got hit with screw shots, uppercuts to the chin, bolos to the chin. Oh, you don't want it no more.
Yo peleo con él aquí, allá y donde quiera. Yo vine a pelear y él corrió, dijo que 6 rounds, que yo no estaba a su nivel. Yo demostré que tengo más nivel que él.
He said, I'll fight him here or in England. He said he was going to knock me out before 6 rounds.
You box Callum Smith. He will show you a couple more levels. You box Callum Smith? Yeah? Callum Smith.
Dice que si peleas con un tal
he's the managed challenger for the WBC.
James is making a fight, you guys.
Yeah, he's a matchmaker.
I'm the champ. I've beat him already. I've battered him. Look at him. No, he's not in my class. There's levels to boxing.
James, when did you come to the States for this fight? When did you land here for this fight?
So I went to Miami for 8 days, and then I flew to Washington. Just to break up camp. A nice bit of weather.
About good 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Congratulations on the win, James.
Oh, thank you very much, James.
What did you think of Badou Jack's performance tonight in getting a majority draw against Lucian Bute?
I thought it was a good fight, a close fight, a competitive fight, and I thought Badou Jack won it, if I'm being honest. I thought he won it, but scoring was a bit mad, but I thought Badou Jack won it. Good fight though. Good fight, good competitive fight. But
you spoke in the room with Badou Jack after. It seemed to say you were willing to go to Vegas. Is that the priority for the unification, or would it take precedence to come to the UK?
I would like it to be in the UK. I want Eddie to do a wicked job. I think he can do it. But if not, we have to go to Vegas. Not a problem. As I say, but I'd like my homecoming because I think the O2 or wherever, it sells out quick, generates money, be a lot of hype. And obviously I ain't boxed at home for a couple of years, so that would be fantastic.
James, you know you were a fuzz sniper, as Eddie says, but there wasn't really much of a fuzz in there, especially when, you know, the start of your fight. Do you think that did affect you a bit? It was quite flat.
It's a little bit flat. But no, listen, he's just, do you know what, I don't even know. I'm going to have to watch the fight back. I'm going to have to watch it back. But as he said, I'm a buzz fighter. I like the buzz, the noise, the cameras. But the next one will be better, don't worry.
James, you mentioned that you came here about 2 weeks ago. You think, in hindsight, that was enough time to land here in the States to prepare for the fight that you had?
Well, my last couple of fights, I've done exactly the same thing, 2 weeks. So, yeah, it was alright. Just listen, Porky showed that he's a strong fighter.
So you don't intend to change that in future fights?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Maybe the unification, if it's over here, then I'll maybe do a couple months before I box. But we have to see.
All right, real quick, any more questions for Porky?
Porky, where do you go from here?
Then we'll let him go.
Since you're not going to get a rematch.
Why would I box?
Yo regreso la próxima semana ya al gimnasio y esperar lo que mi empresa diga, si se anima a una revancha o pelear con cualquier peleador pues de mi nivel, como dice él, que yo demostré que estoy a su nivel o arriba de él.
Well, what I plan to do is take about a week off and get back to the gym next week, and then wait to see what my promoters say. I think I demonstrated that I was at his level. He said I wasn't at his level, but I think it was a close fight enough. Demonstrate that I was level, so I'll fight whoever.
Porky, it seemed like you had your most success in the fight when you were working your way up from the body, starting your attack at the body. But in some rounds, you seem to let off going to the body. Do you wish you had gone to the body more consistently in all of the rounds, or how do you feel about that?
Parece que tuviste más éxito cuando empezabas atacándolo del cuerpo primero y luego arriba, pero luego parecía como que de repente aflojabas el ataque al cuerpo. ¿Cómo te sientes de eso? ¿Por qué lo atacabas de repente abajo y luego cómo que crees del ataque?
Se me complicaba un poco, que corría mucho. Yo busqué hacer mi trabajo, meterlo a mi boxeo. Él no, pues igual no se prestó y hicimos, yo creo que un buen trabajo, golpeando abajo, golpeando arriba, variándole los golpes. Sacamos una pelea, pues yo creo que buena.
I think, well, my strategy was to work the body first and then the head. What complicated the body work was his style, that he just comes and he runs a lot. He doesn't stand and trade like he said he would. So it was just complicated because he was doing a lot of running in there.
You are the worst mandatory challenger I've ever seen in my life. Don't ever sit there talking, oh my god. It's a joke, it's funny.
Right. I'm not going to lie though, your face looks worse.
It is, but I proved it. I bruised it easily.
Factor and you laying on the ropes as the game's not out. Do you do that purposely because you're trying to build a fan base, or you feel like that's what?
In the majority of my fights, I do that. I've got to stop doing that. I could have got in there, moved my feet just like Floyd, right, for 12 rounds, and literally made it boring and picked his head off, and it'd been easy.
Whoa.
I was laying on the ropes, letting him in the fight. That's good, it's true. That's fact. It's fact. Porky Medina is terrible. Yeah, he's the worst mandatory challenger I've ever seen, and he got better to that. So you've done well. You went 12 rounds with the champ. Yeah, just relax yourself.
Okay, we're gonna. This fight's gonna happen with Jack. I just don't want to hold him any longer.
What's that?
Want to stay?
I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. the fight will take place where the most money is.
But it is going to take place.
I think it's a fight that has to happen. I mean, look, I'd love to see him box back in London. I think you see a different level of performance. I think if that fight was in London, I think you would see something.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Rogelio Medina. Great fight, Porky.
Good fight. Thank you. And I seen you gave him a hard shoulder to the left there. Last month, Roberto Ramirez fought you like fighting him or any other Dutch barbarian fight?
As I said before, if Al can sort it, Freddie can sort it, I'm willing to fight anyone. A lot of fighters are like protecting an O. I've got no O. I've got one, so I'm willing to fight anyone if I get paid. I don't know. I'm so easy to promote, advise, manage.
How do you think you'll fare against a guy taller than you, Ramirez
He's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter, but as I say, I'm willing to fight anyone. I think I can beat anyone. I think I'm the best. I know I'm the best, and I'm willing to prove it.
Jim, what was your assessment of it?
Yeah, James said he's coming to the Lions Den again, and Porky Medina, fair play to him, he's a strong, tough, in-your-face type of fighter. But what people have got to realise, boxing's a game of skills. Floyd Mayweather's skills pay the bills, it's a true saying. Boxing ain't about just walking and taking shots. Of course Medina's tough and strong, but James knew that before he got in there. But if you look at the science of the sport, you look at the stats of the punches that landed, it's a no-brainer. So yeah, it's a quality performance. Against a tough kid, he made it tougher than what it should have been. He could have made it a lot easier by being more slippery, moving his feet more, boxing, as he just said in his own words. But he does sometimes tend to sit on the ropes too long, does sometimes trade into the guy's thing, and he's got that inner thing that makes him do it. But when he goes and does what he's best at, and he sticks to it and he's disciplined, that's why you can get better. And that's why you will get better and grow into being a real top champion, what people remember for a long, long time.
What did you make of Butte Jack?
The Butte Jack fight, it was interesting watching it, obviously because James has already fought Butte, and it was, I mean, I didn't agree with the score, and I thought Badou Jack won, to be fair. I just think he was just that little bit sharper. Butte had his moments here and there, but I just think Badou Jack edged it. But it was a very close fight, and in fairness to Butte, he was a real nice guy. But I think the fight with James took a little bit out of him. He took a lot of heavy shots in that fight, and I remember saying afterwards that it'd be interesting to see what he's got left. He's still got a tremendous performance. I thought Badou Jack just nicked it, to be fair, but it was a good fight.
You were so much more accurate with your punches. Question.
Just see where they are coming from.
Yeah, uppercut. And I wasn't wasting nothing. He was wasting so much. I was making a miss, throwing all them shots. None of them really hit me. But yeah.
So many reasons, Jack, you should fight him. He knocked out with the distance. He drew with them. He got knocked out in 61 seconds by Edwards, who lost to Andre Durrell. You beat. I mean, so many reasons to even fight. Shouldn't this be an easy fight to make? It just comes down to where it's going to be.
It just comes down to money. That's what it comes down to. Always.
Eddie.
Why is this split?
It just comes down to money. I don't think Badou Jack's going to want to travel, but if you come up with the right number, he will travel. So, but it's a unification fight for 2 belts, so they've got to be paid right, obviously. He'll have his number that he wants in his head. It's a case of if it can be achieved.
We'll sit down and talk about it and figure it out and work it out. Oh, it's a great fight. It's a great fight. Unification fight is the best fight in the best. That's what it's all about.
James, back here. You have fought now 3 times in North America in a row. Your title win, your 2 title defenses. How important is it? I know you said in the pre-fight you wanted to be back in London. Now that you've won your fight and it seems like Badou's going to be your opponent, how important is it for you to fight a big-time world title fight now back home?
That's what I want. But as I say, I ain't boxed in London for the last 2 years since your Wembley fight. No, I boxed in Liverpool after that. But in London for ages, so it's been 2 years. So I really want that homecoming. I'm building a real good fan base back at home, getting a lot of support back at home. So if we can do this, Eddie, and then sort that out, that'd be unbelievable. But I say I'm willing, I'm a road warrior, I'm willing to go into it.
Don't you think the money will be there? More so.
Oh, in London, full stop.
More so than in the States.
Yeah, I think so.
Eddie, you think also
It just
that
depends. If it's on pay-per-view in London, it depends.
more money in the UK?
Yeah, you have to say so. I mean, in terms of gate, license fee, potentially.